Angle in the first. Watch out.
Look at this.
Upton pops it up. Left side, Elvis Andrus is backpedaling. He is under it. He puts it away. The Texas Rangers have won a postseason series.
The Texas Rangers are American League champions.
Welcome to another edition of Ride on Rangers Live. Rangers down to their final out here. Pop-ups, so many freaking pop-ups. Oh, it's been ugly. How many pop-ups tonight? I mean, if we're just guessing, like 10, 11, 15, I really don't know. It has been a ridiculous amount of pop-ups tonight, man. Brutal watch. Nicky Lopez, you are our only hope. He takes ball one here. Going to take strike one. Similar spot. Change up on the outer edge. Man, we have got to figure out this lefty starter thing. And I know the Rangers have honestly been pretty solid with a lefty starter. Not bad, but I want to talk about something that concerns me moving forward. I posted about it right before I got onto the show, and I think it is worth discussing as the trade deadline approaches. Jeremy, what's good, man? Walcott, another homer. If you move up Walcott, we talked about this, Jeremy. Look, you got to trade Jock. If you're moving up Walcott, you got to trade Jock. The only thing Walcott can do is hit right now. He can't play the field. So if you want to do that, I mean, look, you guys know I'm not opposed to entertaining a trade for Jock Peterson, but you got to trade Jock if you're bringing up Walcott. Now, I'm not advocating that they do that necessarily, but that to me is the only scenario here. Gore is terrible. I mean, look, he retired 20 of his last 21. It's just that one inning, man. Always one big inning, right? Nicky Lopez takes ball two. Rangers are down to their final strike, their final out here in this game. Brandon Nimmo standing on second base. Let's see if Nicky Knox can figure out a way here, man. Figure out a way. Get Cam Cauley up. Cam Cauley game-tying two-run bomb. Oh, you'd love to see it. You would love to see it. Yeah, gorgeous. He has to figure out the big inning thing. He pitched really well tonight overall. I don't think this is a night to go on and just rail on MacKenzie. Look, I don't think giving up a 3 spot in the first inning is ideal, but it's hard to blame MacKenzie Gore when the offense scores 0 runs. Oh, Nicky Lopez is going to line out to Junior Caminero, and the Rangers are going to lose this game 2 of a 3-game set. We'll see what they end up doing tomorrow. Maybe we'll go ahead and we will get a announcement from Skip about who's going to be starting tomorrow. The broadcast kind of made it seem like it's ambiguous, even though we have, the I guess projected starter of Eovaldi tomorrow. It's possible they go to Monty, or maybe they go to Marco Gonzalez. Please no. By the way, I can't even, when they were saying that, I'm like, really? In a rubber match, we want to go to Marco Gonzalez? Oh, that was painful to listen to from Dave Raymond and Mike Baksick. That was painful, man. Or not Mike, it was Dave. It was Murph. It was Murph tonight. Baksick's off. That's right. Like they're really entertaining throwing Marco Gonzalez tomorrow. I mean, this is what they were saying on the RSM broadcast. Really? You want to throw I mean, look, Marco was good the other day, but like last week, whenever he last pitched, but we really want to throw Marco in the rubber match? I couldn't really believe what I was hearing there. To me, you either throw Evo. I want them to throw Evo. You don't want to drop this series. Like, I know it would be great for Evo to pitch against the Stros. I'd like to win this series. I don't love the idea of punting tomorrow, so Evo is in line with the Astros. I would like to win this series. I mean, look, maybe disagree. Darnell, I hear you. I just don't want to punt tomorrow. You have a winnable series right here in front of you. The Astros, obviously a quality ball club, not scrubs by any means, but I wouldn't mind. You got DeGrom obviously throwing. You've got probably another Cal Quantrill start in there. I'm okay with that. Maybe Jordan Montgomery gets his first start. It definitely is not a super ideal setup when you've got all these guys that are a little bit questionable. I mean, both health-wise, obviously, and then effectiveness-wise. Rocker going to be starting in that Houston series. So basically, you've got DeGrom, you've got Rocker, and maybe Gore again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. No, probably not Gore on 3 days rest. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's going to be curious to see what they do. It really is. Kenny, you might be right. I just don't want to see them punt tomorrow. I get it. You want to set up Evo and DeGrom for the Astros. I understand. I just think it's the fan in me like, man, we got a series to win here, people. I mean, we got a winnable series right here. Quantrill Sunday, yes, sir. So what it would be DeGrom for if you start Evo tomorrow, it's DeGrom, Rocker, Quantrill for the Astros series. Like, to me, that's not terrible. It's not like the best. I'd love it to be, Evo, DeGrom, Rocker. But shoot, Cal has been pretty good. I wouldn't mind DeGrom, Rocker, Quantrill Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I don't think that is a recipe for disaster by any means. We'll see what they decide to do. We will see what they decide to do. DeGrom, Hunter Brown Friday, that is going to be good. Logan, absolutely. We keep rolling. Evo, DeGrom, Rocker for the next series. Johnny, I mean, look, that sounds the best, obviously, on paper, but I just don't want to lose tomorrow. I don't want to lose this series with the Rays. I feel like this is a team that's just a really good litmus test. And last night was awesome. Tonight sucked. Tomorrow, you would just love to win that getaway day, get on a happy flight to Houston, and dominate the Astros this weekend. Just ride high with that momentum. I feel like you sometimes can get in trouble when you're constantly managing for tomorrow instead of trying to win the game that's in front of you on the given day. Sometimes it works out great. I'm not saying that it's never a good strategy, but I will say I feel like sometimes the Rangers do a little bit too much managing for tomorrow, and they don't always prioritize the game that's in front of them. Look, Gore, I mean, I know people are going to kind of hate on Gore a little bit tonight, and I did too. Like, I mean, you follow me on X, Threads, Facebook. Obviously, I wasn't happy with the MacKenzie Gore 3 runs given up in the first frame. And I will say this, it does change the vibe of the game. I mean, and I'm not one of those if you played the game, by the way. You guys know me better than that. I mean, I played at pretty much every level. I mean, I played high school ball, played college ball, real small schools, nothing special. I've been around the game for a long time. That's never something I love to throw out there as a part of my argument. And you guys know I'm pretty passionate about this. Like, you don't have to have played the game to have a good opinion. You either have a good opinion or you don't, right? I mean, leave the playing part out of it. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of funny. I saw something the other day. Whenever you see somebody say, if you played the game, to qualify their comment, some BS is about to follow. I kind of agree. It is astounding to me, the people that throw that out there a lot. And I know I do maybe once or twice. But I'll just say, look, the people that are around the game, you definitely understand, like, there is a real factor when you go down early, right? When you go down 3-0 early, it does affect. I mean, look, yeah, obviously we got 9 innings left. We got 7 innings left, depending on what level you're at. But you go down 3 runs early, it does matter. It affects the psyche of the team. You're standing out there in the outfield and you're just watching MacKenzie Gore give up bombs. You just do left and right. It does have a little bit of an impact. And look, let's get into the second thing I really wanted to talk about tonight, which I posted about right before I came onto the show. I think that the Rays have kind of exposed a real strategy to beat the Rangers, both now and in October, if the Rangers are blessed to make it there. Look, Jock Peterson, regardless of the criticism that has come from me over the past year and a half, that's come from you guys regarding Jock and his Rangers career, I don't think that it is a hot take to say Jock's probably one of, if not our best hitter right now when he's in the lineup. Now, I always tend to hesitate on a platoon player being called your best hitter, but that kind of, I think, is the reality. I think he is one of, if not our best hitter at the moment. Maybe you want to throw Josh Young in there. Maybe you want to throw, Ezekiel Duran in there, Wyatt Langford in there. I mean, Jock's top 3. If you eliminate Jock Peterson from this lineup, and look, Evan Carter's been swinging a little bit of a better bat. You eliminate Evan Carter, the glove out in the field, the bat as well. You make this Rangers team a lot less dangerous when you take Jock out of the lineup. You make it a lot less dangerous. You make Nimmo and Siegs. I think Siegs is going to be back. I don't think he's going to get traded. I'll be very shocked if he does get traded. Look, I mean, I shouldn't say that. Nothing surprises me, but I would definitely be a little bit taken back if they actually traded Corey. I would be. Let's assume Corey is here post-deadline. Corey's not as good against lefties. Brandon Nimmo's not as good as against lefties. Brandon Nimmo's like a competent lefties hitter, but he's not as dangerous against lefties. Brandon Nimmo's not nearly as dangerous. And so look how much you weaken the lineup when you throw a lefty at us. And look, Justin Foscue and Duran and some of the other, Jake Berger, some of those guys have carried us when we faced a lefty starter. And I know this is going to sound disrespectful to those players, but those guys are just not dudes that I'm super counting on when the lights get the brightest in October. I really don't want my season coming down to Duran, Berger, and Justin Foscue have to hit well against Max Fried. For example, if we face the Yankees, or Rangers Suarez if we have to face the Red Sox. I mean, look, I know Garrett Crochet is dealing with injuries. Imagine if the Rangers have to match up against the Red Sox in the playoffs. That's actually a really real possibility. Now, I don't know if Crochet is going to be back this year. He's dealing with some crazy things. If we have to go up against the Red Sox, which is a real matchup possibility, and they throw Ranger Suarez and they throw a healthy Garrett Crochet at us back to back, that does not feel like a very good series or a very good potential outcome for us. The Rangers, I think, after watching this game, and I know I'm reacting. That's what the show is. You get my reaction. Maybe you're getting a little overreaction, but man, I do not want to see a lefty ace in October back-to-back like that. The Red Sox would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare matchup for us, especially if they have a healthy Garrett Crochet. You take Jock and you take Evan Carter out of the lineup back-to-back days. You make Nimmo, you make Seager face left-handed pitching, which they're not as good against. I mean, that to me is the blueprint. I mean, if I'm the Rangers, or if I'm the opponent of the Rangers, I'm just stacking lefties. McClanahan's definitely going to be trouble tomorrow. Like tomorrow, I don't feel great about. Maybe that's why you punt tomorrow and you focus on the Astros series. And when I say punt, I mean don't you're not starting Evo. You're going to obviously go the bullpen route of Monty and, maybe Marco and maybe some of the other guys out there. Tyler Alexander, throw him in the mix. We need a right-handed bat. Matt, I know you had the comment earlier kind of along a similar wavelength as me. Yeah, they definitely would benefit from being able to get that 2 seed, set up the rotation. But honestly, it might not matter. Like, if you're a 2 seed, you might have to play Boston. You might have to play Boston in the wild card round regardless, right? The Rangers may be that last division winner. That's probably what they're going to be. They're going to be, I know actually the White Sox have been losing a little bit lately, and the Rangers are actually close to getting that 2 seed. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, Byron, I'm with you. Gore absolutely, I think, needs a little bit of blame for getting the team started out on a bad foot. But when the team scores 0 runs, it's hard for me to blame Gore more than the offense. It really is. It's hard for me. Sebastian Walcott, we talked about this. American Flag, what's good? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the comment. You can't bring up Walcott with Jock Peterson on the roster. You can't do it this year. If you want to bring up Walcott this year, which, look, he hit another homer tonight. Dude's on fire, but he can't play the field. He's still recovering from his surgery, and he's not able to play the field. And so the only way in which it makes sense to bring up Walcott is if you trade Jock. And so you just have to weigh that out, right? Now, with what I'm talking about right now, maybe you say, yeah, we'll take that. I don't know. That is definitely something that you have to weigh out. If you're going to even think about adding Walcott, there's no reason to have Foscue, no reason to have Peterson DHing. And I think I said on the show the other night, you could entertain a trade for Foscue. You could entertain a trade for Jock Peterson. And I think that you could still make the playoffs even without those guys. I know Jock's been so good. I know it is going to come off. Somebody's going to twist this into Jock Peterson hate. I think the Rangers, when they get to use Jock Peterson, are a better team for it. But, if you're going to get into a playoff series where a team is going to just stack lefties against you and eliminate Jock from the lineup, that to me isn't my favorite thing to think about. I don't know if the Sellers part, Matt, I agree with. They might, if he goes on a crazy tear, I think they might consider it. I know CY is probably thinking about it right now. You're watching Walcott rake. You're watching the team on the field right now get dominated against lefties. I'm sure in the back of his mind, he's weighing everything out. See what happens. Hey, Tyrone, what's good, man? Hey, everybody's welcome. Good series so far, my guy. Good series. It's definitely been pitching so far. I mean, look, low scoring for the most part affairs. You've got a 3-0 game today. Yesterday was pretty low scoring as well. I mean, these are two teams that just kind of grind it out, man. And look, the Rangers can definitely have a big day at the plate. It's happened before, but this is how, how the Rays won today, how Texas won yesterday. I mean, honestly, it's the kind of baseball they play. It's like rely on the good pitching, rely on the pen to take over, squeeze a couple of runs across here and there, and win a ball game. So I appreciate you hanging out, man. It's going to be a fun rubber match tomorrow. McClanahan is going to be tough. Rangers starting pitching is a little in flux. If Evo doesn't start tomorrow, I don't feel great about the Rangers' chances. But the Rangers are such a weird team. I've said this all year long. The games that you think they're going to win, they drop. And the games that you think they're going to lose, they win. I mean, the other day, I think, is a perfect scenario. Tuesday, last night. Cal Quantrill is pitching. Rays are throwing a pretty decent pitcher. And you're thinking to yourself, yeah, this could get out of hand. And it turns out, Cal throws a gem. Rangers bats come to life a little bit. Austin wins. It's a bomb. And the rest is history. We keep rolling. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Let's see. Buy low on Suarez or George Springer. Whoa. Bringing George Springer to Arlington. That would be controversial. That might be a little controversial. First, let's see. First game since 2012, no singles. Wow. So there were no singles today. That is crazy. No singles today at all. Every hit was an extra base hit, and that hasn't happened in 14 years. That is crazy. Yeah, I do think, Darnell, it's very rare that the Rangers bring up Walcott. It's like a very small decision here. A very small chance, I should say. Sorry, fumbling over my words a little bit. I don't see it happening. But if he's going to hit a home run every single night, I don't know how that's not going to enter your mind. Don't know how that's not going to be a potential thought. Every time Burger's spot comes up, I just throw my head back and roll my eyes like 25 high. I'm hitting a pop-up. There were so many pop-ups today. It made me sick, man. We had so many pop-ups today. It was disgusting. Felt like you were watching the 24-25 teams. You know, I mean, look, God bless him, Marcus Semien, the last 2 years. It felt like every time Semien came to the plate, you were watching him pop one up, you know, on the outfield grass to the shortstop every single time. Am I right? Like, that was getting a little PTSD, I think, from 24-25. Arise was 4 for 5 today. Yeah, look, Arise would definitely be a nice piece. I know maybe in your mind you're thinking, Arise, I thought we needed a right-handed bat. Arise is one of those rare breeds, though, that actually hits lefties well, like genuinely hits them well. I'm going to look up the splits right now so we're not just talking out of our butts here, man. But Luis Arise splits against lefties. Come on now. Technology always tries to give me trouble when the show's on the line. Come on now. Arise, this is crazy. This is wild. Luis Arise against righties. 331 batting average, 818 OPS. Luis Arise against lefties. 331 batting average, 815 OPS. This dude is basically the same hitter no matter what style he's facing, right, left. He's got a 331 batting average against lefties, and he's got a 331 batting average against righties. And the OPS is separated by, 0.03 between the two. Like, Luis Arise is a guy that can help raise the floor against lefty starters. And that's all we're talking about here. Raise the floor. I don't want the floor to be a shutout like it was tonight. We have to find a way to raise the floor. I know people say raise the ceiling. Raise the floor. Like, I don't want to feel like when Jock Peterson, Evan Carter, again, Wyatt Langford, when some of these guys, have to go up against lefties. Wyatt had a bad night tonight. He's usually been pretty good against lefties, but I don't want to have to count on Jake Berger, Ezekiel Duran, and Justin Foscue to give me all my runs. All right, let me get Skip.
We only had one really inning with guys on base in a leverage spot, but just couldn't get anything going offensively.
MacKenzie was able to turn it around into a really nice outing. What impressed you about the way that he reset there after the first?
Yeah, I don't know this for a fact, but I mean, he went 7 innings with no walks, 9 or 10 strikeouts. So it's probably one of his better starts. Unfortunately, that first inning, a couple home runs kind of cost him, but the bulk of the outing was fantastic. 3 hits, I think, in 7 innings. So on the attack, a lot of first pitch strikes, a lot of strikes in general. It's just too bad that a couple home runs cost him.
How do you guys plan to start tomorrow's game?
Cole Winn will open tomorrow, and then we'll go from there.
All right, thanks, Skip.
Thank you.
Okay, you heard it here. Winn going to be starting tomorrow. Cole Winn going to be starting tomorrow. You heard it here first on Right on Rangers. Well, RSN. But nevertheless, that's going to be an interesting strategy. Cole Winn. Talk about punting. I don't feel so. That's freaking awesome. Talk about punting. Cole Winn, baby. Opener. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's kind of brutal. It's kind of brutal. I don't feel good about that. I hope that this is just one of those weird games where the offense looks like, the late 90s Yankees just bashing the ball all over the place. I really hope that is the outcome here. That to me would be just totally on point for this team to come out tomorrow with a Cole win opener and do something special just out of nowhere. What's taken Jack Leiter so long to come back? Well, the ankle stuff. I think they've always said late, like mid-August is when he's expected to be back. So I don't know if he's on track for that, because I haven't really heard that he's doing like a bunch of throwing and he's close to a rehab assignment. I don't know. I feel like Leiter is probably like a late August at earliest. Not feeling great about tomorrow, but again, weird team, probably going to figure out a way to be competitive, and maybe they end up getting a series win. That is this Rangers team in a nutshell, man. Darnell, you think Lights is done for the season? Jeez, I didn't hear that, but maybe you got some better intel than me. Look, I do think they're trying to set things up well for the Astros game. Look, the strategy will work out great if the Astros actually lose tonight. If the Astros can lose tonight, the strategy might work out brilliantly. If the Astros win tonight, I do not love it as much. If you can get the Astros dropping a game to the Angels, though, the opener tomorrow doesn't hurt as much. But if they win tonight and they pull up to a game out, that's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Leiter to the pen when he comes back? No way. No way, AJ. I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be Quantrill and probably Montgomery. If they put Montgomery in the mix, it's going to be one of those two guys. Leiter's going to go right back into the starting rotation. I don't see any way that goes any differently. I mean, you're not going to put your starting pitcher of the future, your first round, number 2 overall pick in the bullpen. You're just not going to do that. Evo and DeGrom Astros series, yeah. The way it works out, isn't it, wouldn't it be Evo, DeGrom back-to-back? And then Rocker on Sunday? Is that how it would work? It's hard sometimes live on the show to think back on it, but wouldn't that be the setup? Evo, DeGrom, and then Rock on Sunday? Or is Rock on Saturday and DeGrom goes Sunday? Either way, it's going to be Rocker, DeGrom, Evaldi, with Evaldi probably the one that starts off the series on Friday night in Houston. And that brings back some memories, doesn't it? 2023 Evo at Minute Maid. I know it's Daikin at this point, but yeah. I'll take Evo, definitely. I'll get excited about that. I just kind of got to get past this Thursday game that apparently we're punting with Cole Winn as the opener. God bless Cole. I like him. I think he's a good dude. I say that all the time. I know I do, and I know this isn't groundbreaking analysis, but I want to see Cole Winn do well. So this isn't any kind of Cole Winn hate here, but yeah, just not my most favorite scenario. It really isn't. Oh, man. Sorry, phone getting hot. Whenever my phone gets too hot, it automatically does the zoom out. So don't mind my mess in the background, TikTok. All right, cool. Got it right. So it'll be Evaldi, DeGrom, Rocker, most likely. Maybe they'll change it. Quantrill, yeah, I do think ESPN is probably going to update that after tomorrow, if I had to guess. Phew. Rangers, hang on one sec. Rangers are acquiring Ohapi? What? Rangers are acquiring Logan Ohapi? Oh, this is good. Right on the show. Logan Ohapi, okay. Look, he's not having a great year. Not having a great year, but there's a trade for you. Now, they're getting who else? Silseth. How's Silseth doing? Bullpen piece, yeah? Silseth, this is solid. 2.72 ERA. Whip is a little high for a relief pitcher, 1.4. It's not necessarily my favorite thing to see, but 272 looks good. Let's take a look what we can. We'll look at the Fangraphs page here. Rangers, by the way, just have completed a trade. Jeff Passan reporting. You've got Chase Silseth. You've got Logan O'Hoppe. What do we got here for... Hang on one sec, TikTok. Sorry about that. No post on who they are going to be trading. Do we have any news on that? What are we giving up? Do we have any news on this? I got X pulled up. I'm refreshing like crazy right now. Let's see. I'm going to try and figure it out for you, y'all. But I don't know if they're reporting who we're dealing. Walcott. Walcott and Scarborough. Oh, man. Well, let's hope it's nothing crazy. I'm not finding anything right now at this point. Nothing yet. You guys let me know, though, if you hear. I am holding my breath 100% on what we're giving up. O'Hoppe not having an awesome year. 209, 566 OPS. Look, he's had some decent seasons, but Silseth is probably the guy. Wish they would have figured out a way to bring Joe Adell over. That would have been nice. Joe Adell absolutely would have been a nice piece to throw in that and to make the trio coming over to Texas. Guess we'll have to wait on that one. O'Hoppe is ARB eligible through 28, so that means, Kenny, thanks for that. That means we'll have him next year. We'll have him the year after that. So controllable. Man, we'll see if this guy is catcher of the future. I guess it's going to be O'Hoppe and DJ next year. Silseth as well. So these are controllable. These are controllable, guys. O'Hoppe is legit. Ethan, I wouldn't say legit this year, but I mean, look, he is a guy that has had some good years in the past. I will definitely give him that. Silseth, let's look at the FIP. What's he at for a FIP? 342 for the FIP this year. That's not bad. That's not bad. So I think Silseth probably getting a little bit lucky. If we're just looking at his numbers, probably getting a little bit lucky here. But nevertheless, still a solid quality arm. I think that's the best way to frame it. A solid quality arm. Look, he's done 40 frames this year. 40 innings pitched. How many strikeouts? 48 strikeouts. So this is a guy that gets some swing and miss. But he can be wild. He's got 22 walks in 40 innings. So this is a guy that can get a little wild, but can get a lot of swing and miss. I absolutely think that this is a solid trade. It just depends on who we are giving up. I am refreshing like crazy, trying to figure this out. 19-year-old infielder Angel Arredondo is going back to the Angels as the return. Angel Arredondo, we'll look him up really quick, and we will give you guys the update on where he is at in the Rangers system currently, but that is the trade. Arredondo at this time hitting 247 with a 769 OPS. He is currently at Hickory. Got promoted from ACL coming into this year. And on the top prospect list, let me see if I can pull up Rangers top 30, see if he is ranked. Rangers top prospects, we'll look at the full list here. Doesn't look like, at least on MLB, he is even in the top 15. So we've got not in the top 20. I'm not even seeing him in the top 30. Now, look, this is just MLB, so take it for what it's worth. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Is that it? I feel like that can't be all they're sending. He's not even a top 30 prospect. I can't imagine that's all. Like, there's got to be a little more to it than that. If you're only trading the one prospect who wasn't even in your top 30, that's a really good trade, I think, for Texas. Very low risk, but I feel like there's got to be somebody else. There has to be somebody else that's going. It's a pretty low risk trade, though. If you're only giving up Arredondo, it's a pretty low risk trade, I got to say. And you get a solid bullpen arm. Not like, I don't know if I would consider Silseth to be like elite high leverage, but he does have the swing and miss. I think he's just a solid bridge guy. I love the trade. If you only are giving up Arredondo, I love the trade. If that's it, that's truly it. We'll see what happens. I think, though, it's looking like that's all they gave up. And if that's the case, wow. You would have figured that in an in-division trade with the Angels, you would have figured that they would have had to give up a little bit more. You would have figured they would have had to give up a little bit more, pay that in-division premium. They really didn't have to do a whole lot here. That is crazy that is all we gave up. Darnell, it doesn't necessarily like make us like a World Series contender. So I'll say that out loud. But you needed bullpen depth. You got a little bullpen depth. You needed catcher depth. You got a little catcher depth. I mean, look, Austin Wynns had a great game yesterday. Not taking anything away from Austin Wynns. But I will say this. Logan O'Hoppe, controllable, young. It's got a little pop. Having a not great year, but still. Let's look at the Savant for Logan O'Hoppe. Let's see. The Savant page looks terrible. Please don't go look at it. Don't go anywhere near Logan O'Hoppe's Savant page. Don't go near it. I'm telling you right now, do not go near it. Don't look at it. Please. Now, I need to get off this page. This is making me sick to my stomach right now. Do not look at the Logan O'Hoppe Savant page. Now, look at the Chase Silseth Savant page. You will feel much better about your life as a Rangers fan looking at the Silseth Savant page. He is 93rd percentile in whiff percentage, gets a ton of swing and miss. We were talking about that. Look, gets a lot of soft contact. Average exit velocity is in the 88th percentile. This is a guy that just does not get hit very hard, and he gets a lot of swing and miss. His biggest flaw is he walks people. He walks about, 22 in 40 innings. So you're averaging over 0.5 walks an inning. That's the only negative I'm really seeing here. The off-speed run value is low, but look, he definitely is a guy that I think is going to play well at Globe Life. Look, he's not a ground ball pitcher, but pitching in Globe Life, you definitely benefit, I think, a little bit more if you're a fly ball pitcher. Fly balls kind of go to die at GLF, so I'm okay with this move for sure. More than okay. I think this is a solid add. Chase Silseth, I think, is going to be a really solid 7th, 8th inning guy. You still have Latzy going in the 9th, going maybe a little bit in the 8th. This is definitely a move that I think makes you feel really good about the back end of the bullpen. Now, who's getting the DFA? Probably Marco Gonzalez. I don't think that he's going to survive this one. I don't know when they have to do the addition of Silseth and O'Hoppe. I have to imagine Austin Wynns is probably gone. I don't think they're going to be bringing Austin back. I would imagine that's the pretty clean move, don't you? I mean, you tell me if you got another idea in mind for who the Rangers send off DFA. It feels like it's going to be wins, and it feels like is most likely going to end up also being Marco Gonzalez. Those two. I thought, it would probably be Marco when Monty comes back. So this is going to get a little interesting. They may have to make a tough decision here. I would probably keep Elias Díaz. I don't necessarily want to give up on Elias Díaz just because Austin Wynns had a nice game last night with the home run and the nice throw on the double play to get Chandler Simpson. I think it's going to be Austin Wynns. And again, Marco Gonzalez, I would imagine, is gone too. I don't know. Maybe they can get a start tomorrow out of Gonzalez before they officially have to add O'Hoppe and Silseth to the 40-man. We'll see. Yeah, very low risk. Very low risk. I really hope this isn't the only move. I really hope this is not the only move, but would anybody be shocked if it was? Martin, I would probably DFA. I do think Martin might be able to catch on somewhere else. And in that case, you don't necessarily have to eat the Martin contract. Martin, if he wants to, another team might want to take a flyer on him. I don't know if they're going to be giving up on Martin, though, man. I don't know if they're going to be giving up on that dude. We'll see. Feels like he is one of the haves. There's the haves and the have-nots. Feels like in the eyes of the front office and the coaching staff, Seymour is one of the haves. Kate, I'm with you on this. Very low risk, high reward. Silseth, I don't know how much multi-inning he's gone this year. I'd have to go back and look at the game log. Not sure how much he has gone multi-inning. We'll take a look real quick right now. Rangers acquire Logan O'Hoppe and Chase Silseth for A-ball player Angel Arredondo. Angel is not in the Rangers top 30. I don't know where he's at on the Baseball America rankings. That would probably be something I would want to double check. But Angel is going to the Angels. We will be getting back Logan O'Hoppe and Chase Silseth in return. You do see, let's see, Silseth went 1 2/3. He went 1 1/3. Went 2 innings in 1 start. He hasn't done a lot of multi-inning. He's done, I think, like 3 or 4, less than 5 multi-inning games. But nevertheless, this is going to be a solid guy to have in the 7th or 8th. We keep rolling. Appreciate you guys. O'Hoppe, 4th highest successful ABS challenges. That's good. Again, don't look at the Logan O'Hoppe Baseball Savant page. Just don't do it. Do not do it, Antonio, and anybody else. You don't want to. You're not going to like what you see. Silseth, I do think, is one of their higher leverage arms, but I don't know that he necessarily has like a defined inning, but I do think he has pitched in some high leverage situations for sure. Looks like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the inning per se in all of these, but I do think, yes, he is one of their high leverage arms. Look, it's the Angels. How many high leverage spots have they been in? I don't know, but we'll take it, man. We will take it. Definitely O'Hoppe, I think, has some upside. I think we can agree on that. There's some upside with O'Hoppe, nonetheless, regardless of what's going on this season. So it looks like it's going to be O'Hoppe and Danny Jansen next year. That looks to be the plan. O'Hoppe better turn his production around. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Charles, appreciate the rose, man. Not needed, much appreciated. I don't feel so. Yeah, Silseth is definitely, I think, the main piece. But if you can turn O'Hoppe around, look, O'Hoppe last year, let's go back to the Baseball Savant page. I'll try and ignore this year. 2025, he didn't have a very good year either. Look, he batted .213 with the .629 OPS. The year that a lot of people are looking at is 2024. 2024, he had a .712 OPS. He had 20 bombs. And it was a much better looking Baseball Savant page as well, man. It's much better. The last 2 years have been a little tough for O'Hoppe, that's for sure. Charles, appreciate the kind words. Thank you, sir, man. Thank you again for the gift. I think this is a step. Let's just call it like it is, man. This is a step, but I need to see more. I need to see more. I think this move really does signal that there's some longer-term injuries. I think DJ is probably out for the season. That would be my guess, is we're probably going to get that DJ notification. Danny Jansen out for the season, undergoing elbow surgery. I think that is probably the case. Now, Higgy, I don't know. If Higgy comes back, what are you doing then? Maybe Diaz. Maybe you're working out a trade for Higgy if you can. That could get interesting. But, yeah, I think next year, pretty clearly, it's going to be DJ and it's going to be O'Hoppe. DJ's out for the season. They already announced it? Did they already announce it? Just joined. G-Man, we're talking about the trade the Rangers just made. They traded a A-ball minor league player named Angel Arredondo, and they got back Chase Silseth, relief pitcher from the Angels, and Logan O'Hoppe, catcher from the Angels. Okay, so he is on the 60-day. Danny Jansen's on the 60-day. Higgy's still on the 10-day. That's definitely going to be interesting. DJ contract is definitely nasty work by CY. That Danny Jansen contract was not a good one. Not a good one. Have I heard any rumblings about any potential moves? Not a whole lot. I think a lot of us thought the Rangers were going to get a catcher, and sure enough, they did. I think a lot of Rangers fans thought they were going to get relief pitching. The big question mark is, what are they going to do for the offense? If anything, I know some people are saying, man, the offense is good. I would probably beg to differ on that. I think the Rangers do need to go get a bat. I think they should be looking into the starting pitching market as well. We'll see what they decide to do. Logan hitting .272 versus lefties this year. That is helpful. That's definitely helpful. There is absolutely some upside to Logan O'Hoppe, no doubt, but I don't think there is any need to sugarcoat it. He's not having a great year this year. Not having a great year. He's not very good defensively either. Ethan, that's, I think, what I probably, as I just take in the trade live here, literally breaking news right on the show. Yeah, I like the upside with the bat, but, man, defensively, Logan O'Hoppe this year, let's just read it out loud. Pop time is not terrible. Look, 1.97. That's a little bit below league average. Framing is a -10. Caught stealing is a -2. Blocks above average is one percentile. The first percentile. So this dude's really bad at blocking and really bad at framing. Perfect! Bring him on board! The upside is really what they got with Logan O'Hoppe. I think the main piece is obviously Silseth. Silseth is the main piece here. We're definitely going to have a video out on this tomorrow. I'll break it down and kind of give you my takes now that the dust has settled, or when the dust has settled. But this is fun that we got to do this on the live. I am definitely excited about that, man. It's going to be fun next week. I think we'll have a little trade deadline show set up. That's going to be the plan there. Should be good stuff. I'm excited, man. This is going to be really cool seeing the trade market start heating up. You really hope the Rangers aren't done. Please don't be done, CY. Please. Come on, baby. Our main move is Seager coming off the IL and coming back versus Houston. Did you hear somebody at Frisco after the game asked Seager? He was like, the question was, it was not a great question. And you know what? I'm not trying to pretend like journalists don't have a tough job. It is tough. They got to run around and, you try and get an interview, you try and get a quote from a player. You got to do stuff on the fly. I'm not belittling the job that journalists have to do, but the question was just bad. It was like, could you be that trade deadline bat Or do you think you could be that trade deadline bat? This was the question that got asked to Corey Seager, and Corey was like, dude, I don't know. It's just a bad question. Like, ask Corey Seager, like, what are your thoughts as the trade deadline approaches? Ask him, what's your mindset as you prepare to come back and, you know, potentially help this team? They're in first place. A lot of good questions you could ask Corey. Feel like they kind of botched that one at the very end there. I don't know who that was asking him the question, but man, you got to have these prepared in advance, right? Like, you got to have these things prepared in advance. Write them down, man. The yes/no questions. Do you think you could be that trade deadline bat, Corey? I mean, like, yes, no, I don't know. What is he supposed to say? Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Like, it just wasn't a great question. And some people, I think, were kind of reading into it a little bit like, oh, man, he doesn't want to talk about the trade deadline. No, it's just kind of a bad question. It's not a great question. Ask him again. You have to ask those, like, what are your thoughts? What's your mindset? Right? You don't lob up an easy yes or no question. Come on now. Elijah, yeah, we're talking about the Ohapi trade, the Silseth trade a little bit here. Silseth, I think Ohapi is the bigger name, but Silseth, I think, is actually the guy that the Rangers probably really valued more here. They need bullpen help. They got bullpen help. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. Yeah, a guy that gets a lot of swing and miss. The only negative G-man is he walks. He walks a lot of guys. I mean, he's not quite at a walking inning. He's a little under that for sure, but yeah, it's a very low risk, potential high upside trade. So see why I think he cooked a little bit here. I think he cooked a little bit. JJ, that's my hope too. It's good to see you, man. It feels like it's been a while. Maybe I've just been missing your comments, brother, but good to see you. JJ says, let's go get a rise. Nate saying the same thing. Nate, my guy, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I hope they would go get a Rise, too. A Rise is batting .331 against lefties, batting .331 against righties. Sounds like a guy we might want to have in the lineup. That would be cool. AJ, if Luis Arraez does become a Ranger, I think that might be something to look for. The comment is basically like, Arraez could have a really positive impact on Osuna. That'd be nice. How about Evan Carter? Teach Evan Carter to hit lefties. Arraez, teach Evan Carter your ways. That would be phenomenal. Ohapi is being optioned to AAA. That news just broke. Ohapi optioned to AAA, huh? Let's see if I can confirm that. Not that I don't trust you, but see if I can confirm here. Rangers officially posted it. Evan says Ohapi will be optioned to Round Rock for the time being. Okay, but they had to add him to the 40-man, I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's a 40-man ad regardless of being optioned. I mean, look, he's on the 40-man right now for the Angels, obviously, so that's typically how it works, right? Let's look at Ohapi on Fangraphs. Let's see if he has options left, how many options he has left, all that good stuff. Feels like he still has a lot of options left. He has 3 options left. So the Rangers are going to send him to AAA, and they are going to let him figure it out down at the Round Rock level. Might be good for him, honestly. Like, I'm on the struggle bus this week, y'all. I really am. Struggle bus this week. Forgive me. I'm getting old. That's how you know I'm getting old, when the mic is always being muted. I feel like back during the COVID times when you'd have to do everything on Zoom. You're muted. Or you'd be screaming at somebody, mute the mic. All right, man. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for putting up with my mic muting and nonsense on the What is going on, man? I promise I'm not messing with you guys. I have no clue what's happening right now. We're getting out of pocket here. Getting out of pocket here. All right. I will try and stay away from my mic as far as I possibly can. I brought it a little closer so y'all could hear me a little better. I'll just talk louder. Just stay away from the mic. Oh, man. It's one of those days. This trade did break my mic. I may literally. Maybe I just got to make sure it's plugged in better. I don't know. All right, we keep going. I think I'm good. All right, so we've talked about the O'Hoppe-Silseth trade. O'Hoppe's going to AAA. We haven't gotten an announcement yet on who is getting the boot. That's the next shoe to drop here. That's the next. Who are we kicking off of the 40-man? That is going to be the most interesting thing here. I'm assuming Marco Gonzalez is gone. I'm assuming that we're probably going to be maybe done with wins. Maybe Higgy's coming back. I don't know. Darnell, I like the Silseth move. The O'Hoppe one, I'm not as excited about just because of the year that he's had the last 2 years, but I like the Silseth move genuinely. Darnell, we may have to agree to disagree, but I still love you, my guy. We may have to agree to disagree, but I like the Silseth move, and it doesn't feel like the Rangers gave up very much. Really doesn't. Is Monty coming back this weekend? Yes. Yes, he is. Jose Corniel went to the 60-day. Okay, so that opens up a spot. That opens up a spot right there if Corniel's on the 60-day. Holly, you're awesome. Thanks for coming in clutch with that one. What do I think the trade package would look like for Arise? If we trade Arise, I hope we trade like Josh Smith and a top 15 prospect. I think you're going to have to trade somebody of value prospect-wise. I hope that maybe it's like Josh Smith and a top 15, top 20 prospect. We'll see. Luis Robert. That is an interesting one, but how's he hitting against lefties? Whoever we bring in with the bat has to be good against lefties. Non-negotiable. Whoever we bring in with the bat has to be good against left-handed pitching. Now, we go to the splits for Luis Robert. He's hitting 200 on the year, 638 OPS. It's already looking a little ugly. He's not hitting well right now, man. Over his last 15 games, he is batting $154. Against lefties, he's hitting 185. Pass, G-man. Pass. Napoli was the last catcher that we got from the Angels. Mike Napoli, baby. Maybe it's going to work out. It's not going to work out right away because they're sending Logan O'Hoppe to AAA. Agree on the Josh Smith trade package. What's my guess on why we pulled the trigger on O'Hoppe? My guess is this. Look, Elias Díaz expiring contract, Austin Wynn's expiring contract, and you've got Kyle Higashioka expiring contract. Malcolm Moore probably not ready next year, and Evan Grant reporting Malcolm Moore most likely not going to be a long-term catcher. So I do think this is a little bit of a forward-thinking move. You basically got O'Hoppe under team control for 2 more years after this one, for 27 and for 28. So it's a little bit of that move of the future. I think they're hoping they can turn him around a little bit. I'm definitely not pretending like Logan O'Hoppe is like some, 45D chess move, but I do think that the Rangers are trying to bridge until maybe they can, really get a better long-term plan for catcher. Hunter Goodman would be outstanding. Jackson, you didn't really miss anything on the trade. Malcolm Moore's doing, I think, okay, but I don't think that he is going to be ready next year, and I don't think Malcolm Moore is a long-term catcher. Chase Silseth, good against the Stros. That's nice. I'm sure he'll be activated tomorrow or maybe on Friday. Depends. Some guys are like, nah, get me to the ballpark tomorrow. Some guys need like 2 or 3 days. We'll see what happens. Ohapi was a franchise piece 2 to 3 years ago. Don't sleep on it. Last 2 years haven't been great. G-Man. Logan definitely has a little Napoli pop in him. That is for sure. No doubt. Would I give up Walcott for Bobby Witt? Yes. Yes, I would. I'm not going to be prisoner of the moment. I would give up Walcott for Bobby Witt. I mean, I can't be alone here. I can't be alone in that. We keeping Walcott turning up our nose at Bobby Witt. I'm trading Walcott for Bobby Witt. There are no dumb questions. There are no dumb questions, Jackson. But man, I'm doing Walcott for Bobby Witt in a heartbeat. I'm not even thinking about it. I don't care how many home runs Walcott has hit in Double-A. Give me the dude that has 13 of them in the major leagues and as fast as I'll get out. I know he's got some back issues that he's working through right now, but yeah, Royals want to do Walcott for Witt straight up in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, baby. Change of scenery. Yep. Look, I like the glass half full, G-Man. I really do, especially from you, my guy. This is great. G-Man, glass half full guy. Okay. I'm not saying we never get it, but my brother, you're turning over a new page right now. Glass half full. Love it. Love it, love it. Logan Ohapi is probably going to be up at some point, when Austin wins and Elias Díaz start maybe fading a little bit. I hope they don't, but if they do, he's definitely going to be one call away. Let's just say that. But Logan Ohapi, 3 minor league options, really not a big deal to send him down. The Angels needed him. So, the Angels carousel continues. I'm sure they're going to be trading a few more. I said earlier, I really wish they would have figured out a way to get Joe Adell in that package, man. Joe Adell would have been real nice to bring over to put in this lineup, especially against lefty starters. I'm still crossing my fingers. Maybe we can get Adell. We're probably gonna have to give him a little more than Angel Arredondo, but man, if we could get Joe Adell to come over, that would be phenomenal. Walcott, I bet will get the call up. I bet he will get the call up. G-Man, you're about to become the #1 fan. You better be taking some pics, my guy, sending them my way. You're about to become #1 Logan Ohapi fan over there. Angels up 2-0. Man, this gets better and better. Angels are winning. Rangers are making a trade for a nice bullpen piece. I love it. I love it. Joe Adell, definitely a great option. We need to trade Peterson. Highest his value will be. They definitely are going to, I guarantee you, I know some of y'all don't want to hear it. I guarantee they are shopping, or at least, maybe not shopping, they're taking calls, I think, on Jock Peterson. I think they probably are shopping him. You don't think CY is dangling out there? Why would you be interested in Jock? What are you willing to give? I definitely think that it is a possibility. I'll say that. I love how this stuff is blotting out the loss tonight. 100%. This trade is making this show so much better. It's making the show so much better. I will agree with that 100%. Why shop one of our best batch? G-Man, only reason, multiple reasons actually. A, you get rid of a big contract to maybe take on some contracts. So let me throw this your way. Jock Peterson basically is a part-time player, right? He only plays against righties. He doesn't play against lefties. You saw what it looks like when we don't have Jock, we don't have Evan Carter, we don't have Nimmo at an advantage. It's not as pretty. If you do trade Jock, let's say you go get a Luis Arraez, you're getting an everyday player. Some people I know have kind of pushed back like, dude, that's a pointless trade. Why would you just trade Jock for Arraez? Arraez is an everyday player, and he hits .331 against lefties. I mean, to me, you're getting rid of salary. You're trading Jock at his highest possible value. You're maybe doing a little restock of the farm system. You're opening up a DH spot, maybe for Arraez, but I actually think Arraez could probably slot in and just be the everyday second baseman. Zeke can kind of become super utility guy. I think there's a lot of options here. If it's me, I'm probably transitioning Josh Young to more of a DH type. I'm getting Josh Young's glove out of the lineup, and I am putting Josh into more of a DH type role if at all possible. I'd like for the club to move on from doing the Foscue-Peterson DH combo. That's just me. I know some people aren't going to like it. We can agree to disagree. But if you do trade Jock, you free up salary, you free up, the possibility of maybe Seager DHing against righties, Nimmo DHing against righties. Kate, I'm with you on this. In my mind, it makes perfect sense, but I know some people really get pissed off when you talk about trading Jock. Again, let me throw this scenario your way. Rangers have to face the Red Sox in October in a 3-game wild card round. The Red Sox, they're going to throw their best lefties at us. They're going to throw Ranger at us. If Crochet is healthy, they're going to throw Crochet at us. And Jock Peterson isn't even going to play. He's not even going to play. And so for me, I am okay with Jock Peterson getting traded. You might not even be able to use him 2 out of 3 games in a playoff series. Exactly. It's kind of where I'm at. All right. Silseth will join the Rangers active roster. Texas has optioned O'Hoppe to AAA. And still no word on any moves, although we know Corniel went to the 60-day. I don't know. Maybe they don't need to make any moves. Marco's probably going to be gone at some point when Monty comes back, I'm sure. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Get rid of Young. Put Seager at DH. Maybe. I think with the front office's ego, Jock's not going to get traded. Moses, you could be onto something there. You might be right. Well, hey, y'all. I got to go. I got to take off. We're going to go out, spend a little time as a fam, get some dessert, and chill out the rest of the evening. I'm going to do a video on this trade that I'm going to put out tomorrow. Probably will do some other trade discussions. You'll probably hear me talk about this Jock scenario as well. I don't know. Couple different directions in my mind, but I definitely got to talk about the trade. So I'm going to drop that video tomorrow morning before the game. I'll probably just sweep this loss under the rug, and we'll just go full-blown trade talk tomorrow. That's kind of my plan. Much more fun for me to do that than review a loss anyway. So I'm actually kind of excited about this one. This is going to be good. So I'll have my full take on the trade out to you guys early in the morning tomorrow. Well, you guys are a couple hours ahead of me, at least most of you are. So I'll wake up early, post it maybe at 8:30, something like that. And I appreciate you guys liking and sharing those vids. Means a lot. You guys are a big reason this channel, this account keeps growing. We started, with single-digit followers, just like my family and my closest friends. And now we're rocking and rolling, and a big part of that is all the support you guys have and continue to bring to the show. The comments tonight were awesome, and I'm just so thankful. Don't take any support for granted. We had a couple people giving gifts on TikTok. Very generous of you, not needed, but much appreciated. And just want to continue to always express my gratefulness, man. Thank you for you guys. A tough loss tonight. You got a series that's all out in front of you tomorrow. It's going to be Cole Winn opening. No need to review the lineups and all that stuff. It's going to be a bit of a wonky game. McClanahan pitching for the Rays. He's pretty dang good. Offense has got to figure it out against the left-handed pitching. Got to figure it out. JJ, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Darnell, have a good one, brother. Hey, G-Man, go Rangers, man. Hey, thank you for your comments tonight. And like I said, love the glass half full energy, baby. You keep it up, man. You keep it up. And go see Logan O'Hoppe in Round Rock. That's your homework assignment. All right, man. We'll see y'all later. Have a good night. As I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.